It being a Champions League night, as I've probably mentioned before on these vlogs, I'm employed by Sony TV India tonight to do pre-match and half-time and full-time on their channel tonight with David James and Terry Phelan. So I won't have the access to fans that I would normally have. So if you don't see as many fans, certainly post-match, but even pre-match on the vlog as normal, then that's the reason why. I'll do my best. And as ever, I'll try and give you an insight into what it's like behind the scenes. But here we are. This is more than 2 hours before kick-off on a Champions League semi-final night against Real Madrid. And I've been watching a couple of videos of Real, and they have some very dangerous players. So it's not going to be easy, and obviously there's a big question mark as to who's going to be playing at right back. I'm not expecting Kyle Walker, and certainly Cancelo, who's suspended, to play tonight. I wonder if there might be a little bit of a surprise with John Stones playing. If not, then how does Pep deal with it? That's sort of the big question. This being the first leg as well, it's not the decisive leg unless there's a huge margin between the two clubs. So Champions League, Real Madrid, semi-final. Don't get much better than this, does it? Nick Gray being a fan of City. I know I've said that very early on, but it's true, isn't it? I'll say it again at the end, but with the right words in the right order. Let's see what people are thinking. What does tonight's game mean to you?
Well, yeah, compared to the old days when I used to go to my auntie's who just lived off Kippack Street, I used to cycle to her from Stockport, park my bike in her backyard and go and watch City back in the 70s. And, you know, great in the mid-70s, but, you know, there was times when you thought, you know, United were up there and Liverpool certainly were the big team. And you always wanted to, you know, could we get there? And then obviously we went downhill into the 80s and things. But where we are now, this is unbelievable. This is dreamland compared to going to Main Road. But having said that, Main Road is where my heart is, and I still love the ground. The atmosphere was, I hate to say it, a lot better than it is here. It was a lot better. But, you know, Main Road is where it started, and it stayed with me. That's why I'm here from Inverness today.
So you're pretty excited then?
Oh yes, very excited, aren't we?
I'm just delighted to be here because effectively this is the biggest game on the planet. I mean, the semi-final of the Champions League, City and Real Madrid. Where else would you want to be apart from Celtic Park, you know? But no, I think depends what Madrid turns up tonight. If Vinicius Jr., if Benzema, if Modric, if they all turn up, yeah, it's going to make it difficult, particularly on the break, as Pete said. But if Madrid don't turn up, midfield to front, City are just going to take 3-4 off them, and I believe that. If Real Madrid don't turn up, I think City have got enough mid to front to do it. So yeah.
So what happened with Real Madrid and Chelsea in the quarter-final?
Exactly.
That tends to suggest that home advantage doesn't matter.
No, I don't think it ever did to Madrid, though, did it? I mean, they are used to going places and. You know, they love coming here because City will play football against them, you know. It won't be like he said, Atletico, 2 banks of 5, literally. You know, goalkeeper, 5 at the back and 5 in the midfield and nothing else. Just stop City playing. But no, I think when you see what Chelsea did, they were 3-0 up. But that's the danger with Madrid. In the second half, they thought, whoa, hang on, we're out here. And they're suddenly up to gear. So what City need is a good 2-goal lead tonight, because they've got enough to go to Madrid.
So with your neutral hat on, who are you going for over
City.
2 legs?
City. Yeah.
That'll do for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, this is my brother-in-law. I've known him since I was 4. If I dare say anything else, it's got to be City. City's always.
But you're happy
City.
with that, aren't you?
Oh, I'm more than happy with that. Yeah, I'm already looking to Paris. Bit early days yet, but I'm looking to Paris. It should be great. Yeah, great game.
Benzema's in form. Vinicius is quick. The defence isn't the worst. I'm nervous, but quietly confident, I think.
Have you got concerns about City's defence, particularly at right back?
No, Pep's going to turn out himself there, isn't he? That's what I heard. No, I think John Stones will probably start, to be honest. I don't think
he's going to be a surprise late announcement.
Yeah, I think I heard someone saying that Walker was out training after the journalist left yesterday, but I think that's a load of rubbish. I think it'll be Stones.
And if it isn't either of them, what are the alternatives?
Well, there's like three at the...
Up the city!
There's you could do three at the back, or maybe Ake will play it right back, but I haven't seen him on the right side, so I don't know if he's versed for that area, but three at the back, I think.
And it's Spanish type weather, blue sky up there. Are you confident City are going to go through this tie over 2 legs?
Over the 2 legs, yeah. I don't know about tonight because of the defence, but I'll go with a tight win, I think, like 1-0, 2-1, something like that.
As good as it gets. Listen, this is what this is all about in terms of, since we've had Pep Guardiola come to the club, in terms of the style of football and the things we've been winning. There's more to come with these players in this club, because I can see tonight, you know, in terms of, I feel really good about tonight. I can see a really positive performance, and I know there's a lot of talk about what do we do with not having a recognised right back, but Pep Guardiola's the master at putting, you know, square pegs in round holes and making it look like a perfect fit.
He'd have you right back tonight, wouldn't he?
Exactly, and make me look like a world-class player. So again, I anticipate, you know, he'll do something quite unique that we don't see coming. But at the same time, I think the players have got the know-how, the confidence, the knowledge of knowing that they've been able to beat them in the past as well. And all these things will be a good factor for us going forward tonight.
I know you scored over 100 goals for City, but my mind's going back to the goal you scored at Gillingham, and Ali Benabi has set you up.
Yes.
And thinking, when you scored that goal that day, if I'd have said to you, you'll be here at the Etihad watching City in the semi-final of the Champions League, would you have believed me?
I would not have believed you, not at all. But we're here, and it's about the moment and enjoying the moment. So folks, take it in, because this is where we are, and it's a joy to be able to be here and come to, you know, with all the optimism, but also a real belief that we can put on a great performance tonight and take a lead going back to Bernabeu.
3-1 City tonight.
You're very confident,
I am very confident.
despite the fact that City have potential problems at full back.
I don't care, we just go any time, don't we? We're going to the final, all the way to the final.
Confident. 2-0. I think Ruben will have Benzema in his back pocket, and I think we can get round their defence, and I think we should be scoring tonight.
Does it matter about the first leg being here or not?
No, not now. Not now they've got rid of the away goals rule. I don't think that matters at all. We've got to perform in both arenas. So no, it doesn't matter at all.
Is there any score tonight that you would fear that would kill the tie off, or having watched what Chelsea did, does it not really matter?
Yeah, having seen Chelsea, I thought they were going to do it. I thought they were going to get past them. No, there's no score. I think as long as we perform in both games, I see us going through to the final. Hopefully against Villarreal. I don't want a Liverpool City final. Really, really don't. I think it would be too much for my old heart to take.
I'm feeling confident. I think if we do the job...
You think?
I am confident. If we do the job tonight, then I think we do another Atletico when we get over there next week. So
These are a different club though, Real, aren't they?
they certainly are. I mean, and they've got the pedigree of that as well. You know, and they've got all. I mean, we've got experience now, but I mean, when you look at their past history in this competition, I mean, it is phenomenal. I'm at the moment concerned about our right back, and if Walker's not fit, maybe it's going to be Ake playing right. Maybe, don't know. We'll see. Confident.
Well, that's a few people outside the ground on last week's audio podcast, which if you don't subscribe to it, get subscribing to it. It's on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud is where it's hosted. It's a weekly audio podcast. I had Steve Kinsey, former City player, on, and here's what he said about the atmosphere, comparing it to Main Road and today, and I wonder what it's going to be like there today. This is what Steve had to say.
I noticed that the difference from the Etihad to Main Road. I always said the atmosphere at Main Road was incredible, and it's not there yet at the Etihad, is it? It's just not there right at this time. Whether it can get there, who knows? But I don't think it's nowhere near as good as it was at Main Road. So you'd much rather have the fans that cheering for you, and you can getting behind you as well. But you know, if you're a good pro, you're gonna play. You're gonna go out there and you're gonna play and give it everything that you've got.
So talking about atmosphere, what they've done today is they've brought in these flags, and they're all over every seat, all the way around the ground. Obviously there's one little section where the Real Madrid fans will be, but everywhere else there'll be these flags, even on the far side in the east stand. But here in the Colin Bell stand, they're everywhere. I know a flag doesn't create atmosphere, but it helps, doesn't it? And if the fans get involved, hopefully that will really get behind the team today.
I figured it first EPL game, if I'm going to go to an EPL game, why go to an EPL game? Go to a Champions League game? And because they're the best team in the EPL, I might as well be a fan of them. So I jumped on the bandwagon, and now I'm here.
Whereabouts are you from then?
Miami.
Miami?
Yeah.
So you've latched on now, you're going to be a Manchester City fan going forward?
For as long as they're good, and then if they get relegated, I'll pick a different team. But I don't think they'll get relegated. So.
You know, City fans will hate you saying that, because they want people who are fans of their team, don't they?
It's also, with the time difference, it's hard to follow. So where I'm from, it's if you guys have a set a 1 p.m. game on a Saturday, that's 5 in the morning for me. So.
Well, enjoy your experience.
Thank you.
You're a City fan for a long time because they keep winning.
Yeah, I don't see them putting this much money into a stadium and getting relegated anytime soon. So, as long as they're in the EPL, I'm a City fan. So.
Manchester City!
Start, fabulous start, couldn't have asked for anything better, but the longer the game's gone on, we just seem to be making little errors, passing just falling a bit short, we're dropping off a little bit more, Chinzenko's being caught forward, the guy on the right there is getting a little bit too much room, but to be fair, they're obviously a quality side. And Benzema's had one chance, and you know it's back to 2-1. But if we cut the little mistakes out, pressure them like we have been doing, I don't see why we can't get another couple at least. So just keep going.
First half, I thought, first half an hour,
first half,
I thought KDB and Foden and one or two others were mesmerising, weren't they?
They were playing the ball quite quickly and moving the ball. We seem to want to hold on to the ball a little bit again, especially around the back four. We just seem to want to play nice, easy ball. I know it's the pet way with possession, but I think if we play with a little bit more pace, again, especially going forward, because there's times where they look woeful at the back. And they're getting away with it. But I think the biggest problem is don't make the mistakes at the back. That's for me. Just stop those little mistakes. The passes that are not reaching, just a little bit off. Other than that, I think we've done very well.
I don't know where to start to sum that game up. I mean, the first 30 minutes I thought City was sensational, particularly Kevin De Bruyne and Phil Foden. They got 2 goals, looked like they were going to tear Real Madrid apart. They had plenty of other chances. I'm not going to list them all. I'm sure you've seen the game yourself, but really should have done more than they did in terms of goal scoring. But then Benzema, brilliant goal. Vinicius Jr., a great run after City had just gone ahead with Fernandinho, I will love crossing that ball, and Phil Foden stooping to head it in. And then near the end, the unfortunate handball and getting it back to 4-3, which in theory makes the tie in the balance. I mean, I can't help thinking, having watched that and knowing that Walker and Cancelo could well both be playing in the return leg. I still think City start favourites, but I tell you what a hell of a game that was. Really, really enjoyed it. Pep plays wonderful football. His team is set up to entertain. Real Madrid had some great play as well. Got to hand it to some of their players. You're looking at a great player there in Benzema. A few players actually in that Real Madrid team that were real top quality. And you can be critical of managers, like Pep, when they don't manage the game, but I, for one, as a football fan, just love watching that amazing football. I feel so lucky, so privileged to be able to be in the stadium and see games like that. It's not just about winning, is it? It's about enjoying the beautiful game, and if ever there was a beautiful game, that was it. And that's me still inside the stadium. I suspect most of the fans have gone now when I go down, but I'll see what I can find and see if I can get any more reaction.
Well, the first 15 minutes, wow, what an incredible start to the game for City. We came out all guns blazing and amazing. I mean, that was the quickest 90 minutes of football I've seen in a long time, because you couldn't take your eyes off it. And yeah, of course, the defence was weakened. They exploited us as a quality team could do. But I think tonight, honestly, we were superb. God knows what's going to happen next week. Can't wait, really. Ian, absolutely fabulous football. Just what you want to see at this stage of this competition. Marvellous, and can't believe that we're pinching at this level. Fantastic.
I know there'll be people who say, well, the defending wasn't as good as it could have been, chances were missed. What I take from this is I've just watched one of the best games of football,
without a doubt,
beautiful game that I've ever seen. And whilst I'm disappointed City didn't get more, we've got to enjoy that, haven't we?
You have to take your City glasses off and look at what we were playing against tonight. Some absolute brilliant flashes. I thought their right back was absolutely superb. Vilnius, obviously, we knew he was going to be a problem. Modric makes a difference. Benzema gets an incredible goal. We're a little bit tense at the back, obviously, but honestly tonight I thought people like Zinchenko, Fernandinho, that cross for that goal, absolutely incredible. So I can't fault any City player tonight for the commitment they've given, nor any Madrid player. An unbelievable night at the Etihad.
That is without question one of the best games of football I've ever seen. I mean, the perfect advert for football. I thought two teams played the right way. Man City should have been out of sight, really. Had the knockout there to make it 3-0. But you got to credit those guys, those experienced players. There's a reason they won all those Champions League trophies. They hung in there. Modric and Kroos and Alaba and Benzema. I thought Benzema had a touch of class. The first goal came from nothing. The second goal was magnificent skill from Vinicius, and then the Panenka from Benzema. I mean, that is as good a finish as you'll ever see it anywhere. So magnificent game of football. I thought City probably deserved a bit more, but overall I think Pep will be proud of his players to take the game to Real Madrid like he did, create the chances that he did, and hopefully Kyle Walker and Cancelo will be back for the next one.
That was truly the beautiful game, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's football at its best. I mean, that's why we all love it, and it didn't disappoint.
Unbelievable game of football. It could have been anything, couldn't it? I mean, City have had so many chances. Madrid dangerous on the break. Thought the decision from the referee was poor for the goal with the throw-in when Pep got booked. It's a City throw. But that's, you've got to defend it from the halfway line, haven't you? But as you said, fantastic game of football. It's all there to play for, and I still fancy City to go through because they can score goals in Madrid.
And you were waving the flag, were you?
Always waving the flag for City, aren't I? It's just a great game of football. If you're a neutral, which am I a neutral? No, I'm not a neutral because I want City to get the Champions League final. I want them to win it, don't I? So but it was a fantastic game of football. Benzema, I said to my wife coming down, I said the one player they've got, Benzema, is an absolute world-class footballer. He missed 2 penalties the weekend. So what's he done today? He's just shipped it down the middle, and top game.
Ian, it was front foot, it was counter-attacking bliss, it was intense. Kevin was on absolute flames in that first 25-35 minutes. It was unbelievable stuff. It was exactly what needed to be done against the Real Madrid side that were going to come here, unlike Atletico Madrid, come out and give us something. And we got in behind them quick, we got in behind them fast, we were clinical in terms of the possession we had, and we We played possession-based football with a purpose and stung them early doors. We should have been 4-0 up, 3-0 up. If it goes 3-1 with the one, well, shall I say, if it goes 2-1 with the one that they hit the post with the Edison mistake, shall I say, then it goes 4-1 after the third goal. It's unbelievable stuff from us. But I will tell you one thing now. We again didn't put our chances away when we had them, and it got a bit squeaky bum at times in that game. It really, really did. But it was much better from us intensity-wise. I've just seen my club score 4 goals against Real Madrid. Maybe not the Real Madrid that Carlos played for or Cristiano Ronaldo played for, but Real Madrid with Benzema, with Asensio, with a Vinicius Junior that's on fire at the moment, and we turned them over at the Etihad Stadium in probably one of the best games, if not the best all-round game end-to-end I've ever seen here at the Etihad. We've got to go there, it's going to be big, get the job done over there though. I'm fully confident, but it's going to be a tricky one and a very hard watch for us here in Manchester.
Summed up perfectly. On to the next one then, Leeds away on Saturday, 5:30 kick-off. I'll be there, Ellen Road. Not been to Ellen Road for a little while, so it'll be nice to go back there. Thanks very much to Timpson, the RRG Group and MusicMagpie for supporting these match day vlogs. Don't forget to check out the audio podcast with special guest Steve Kinsey, which you'll find on SoundCloud or wherever you get your podcasts from. Of course, I'll be in Madrid as well next week, so lots to look forward to. Isn't it great being a Blue?